everyone, and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today, two players with inventive and creative playstyles who are both known for their wonky bonky shenanigans-filled gameplay duke it out, as DauT, playing as the Chinese in blue, gets ready to take on redphosphoru, playing as the Burmese in red. Now while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings, and try to get their butts up to Feudal Age ASAP, why don't we take a look at the sim matchup we will be watching today? And I would be remiss if I didn't point out every single time the incredibly bonkers line of sight on a Chinese town center with that +7 boost that they got in, I think, a few patches ago. Now, in any event, the Chinese, we saw them the other day, a very versatile civilization to start with. All of their technologies get progressively cheaper as the game goes on, 5, 10, 15% off in Imperial. Their farms seed with 10% more food. Their town centers support 15 population space, which is, you're not watching the Huns if you're wondering why the hell there's a dearth of houses. That's because this bad boy supports 15 population space instead of the usual 5, and you do hit the ground running, as we saw, with 3 extra villagers right from the very beginning of the game. Unfortunately, that does come at the cost of all of your food in a random match, 200 food and 50 less wood. Now, to help defend your economy, your settlement against raids, all of your walls and towers can be upgraded to get 30% more HP, and the extra line of sight on your TC means that you see enemy units coming from literally a mile away, and you can garrison your villagers, keep them safe and sound a lot more effectively. Now, on the field of battle, the Chinese can field all top-of-the-line infantry units, although without the supplies upgrade, be prepared to pay a little bit extra for your champions. Their foot archers, their skirmishers are also pretty cool, especially if you mix in their unique unit, the Chukanu. This is a archer unit, a foot archer unit, I should say, that fires multiple arrows and can be upgraded to get even more attack. Now, while their cavalry is pretty good, it's the Chinese siege weapons that can be problematic, since their scorpions can be upgraded to get +4 attack. Speaking of attack, let's take a look at redphosphoru's base, who I'm sure will be rushing up. I shouldn't have said maybe to Feudal. Did he just push 2 gazelles at the exact same time? All right, well, we're seeing a lot of that lately. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of that. We're seeing some of that lately, and I'm here for it because we'll see whether or not players even start with pushables given the wording of the next patch. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. In any event, we are not there yet. We are still on the current patch, where the Burmese are a civilization that does focus on its mounted units. Their battle elephants come with free extra armor and can be upgraded to get even more armor. Their cavalry can be upgraded to get a powerful +4 attack boost against archer units, and their unique unit, the Arambai, is a ranged cavalry unit that throws darts at its opponents with absolute horrible dog shit accuracy, although even darts that miss deal 100% damage compared to the usual 50% that missed projectiles do when they land on an indirect unit. By the way, I got enough sources of food here. Gazelle, rhino, goats, literally anything and everything under the sun is being harvested and eaten here, gobbled up by the Burmese. Now, to support and protect their mounted units, especially their elephants, on the field of battle, the Burmese have a few cool options to do so. To start with, if you want to go the infantry route, you do get a progressive attack boost starting in the Feudal Age, +1, and then another +1 in Imperial, all the way up to a free +3. Or if you want to go the route of the game's only spellcaster, the monk, well, not only are your monastery technologies cheaper, but let's take a look at the line of sight of the Burmese. Take a look at this. Just like the Vietnamese start every game knowing where their opponents are on the map, the Burmese start every single game knowing where the relics are on the map, so you can take them, get quicker, direct your exploration towards them if you want to, and get that basically, I was going to say free gold, but is it really free? You got to train a monk first, build a monastery. So let's say inexpensive gold if you can get all 5. Now, in order to build the infrastructure, you need to pump out large numbers of units, the buildings, the stables, the archery ranges, the castles, the town centers, whatever the heck you want. All lumber camp technologies are free of charge. Although now, of course, that I said castle, I realize that perhaps may not be not exactly a detonets civilization, so may not necessarily have been the most applicable as they hack and hew at this poor billy goat. Yikes, he did not make it across the river. The trolls caught him. I forget what the how the billy goats escaped from the troll in that fairy tale. I think they just kept saying the next billy goat's more juicy, the next billy goat's fatter or something like that. And then the troll just forgot about them. I forget exactly how it goes. my fables and my fairy tale knowledge are at this point in life non-existent. Let's take a look at the attack path. Aside from a forest here on the left side, pretty open on redphosphoru's side of the map. Resources, both primary stone and gold to the back for DauT. He's got an extra patch of gold and a forest to the rear as well. Not bad for a civilization that can pump out some good archer units. And extra stone and extra gold in the forward position. We'll see whether or not that gets attacked. Usually with a redphosphoru game, you expect a bit of a fast castle, and a lot of it relies on his ability to get stone. And so let's see DauT. Oh my goodness, look at that, sniffing out. Or maybe not. No, there you go. Sniffing out the location of the stone after having seen just a tiny little bit of his opponent's base. What a... I mean, this is about as targeted as you can get. He just went straight for that stone as if he knew it was there. Redphosphoru, primary gold, forming part of his wall off. Additional gold to the front. Actually, both patches of additional gold in the forward position. That stone that we saw is already being mined to the back. And an extra patch of stone to the back, as is a lot of space. And an extra relic. Both players in the feudal. Redphosphoru, of course, has almost all the resources he needs, except for the gold, which I'm assuming once he gets to the market, he will be able to get in order to go up to the next age. Brings his billy goats a little bit close. Does not want DauT to lame or steal them. DauT, for his part, already has the resources he needs to go up to the next age. Just needs the structures, and he is going archery range and market. So he sold his stone already, beating redphosphoru to the punch. Let's see if he sells his stone. Yeah, he sold his stone, but for a little bit less than usual. Doesn't really matter. Still got the 150 he needed once they drop 50 on Loom. Not everybody's as wealthy as the Spanish who get their 20 gold back every time they research a tech. Or not everybody as wealthy as the Chinese who get discounts on their tech. So redphosphoru had to drop the full 50 gold to get Loom just to save himself from that annoying scout that still has no kills. And now he discovers the rear of DauT's base, sees the archery range, sees the blacksmith. And I wonder if and where he's going to attack. Oh no, he gets discovered. This is the #1 most important thing. If you come across a player like redphosphoru or redphosphoru, the legend himself, knowing when he's going to push out with his villagers as he's heading up to Castle Age, so that the second he hits castle, he can plop down a castle. I think I've said the word castle like 9 times. Is key. And look at that. Redphosphoru's a little bit traumatized. He is no longer heading out. Where's he going? Where is he going? All those villagers are home. Now he's attacking a house, trying to get out of the forward wall off. Hey, you know you can go this way and get out very quickly. But redphosphoru gets discovered on the way to DauT's base, and all of a sudden, DauT just completely stops the attempt. So now we'll see. Is it going to be a defensive castle? We'll see in 16 seconds. He's got the stone for it. DauT, for his part, has knocked down a little bit of HP off of this one scout. Has hit the Castle Age first. And what is it going to be? Bodkin immediately. Okay, redphosphoru. Where is your castle going to go? He's pulling all the villagers. So it's a defensive castle. All right, DauT gets the first kill of the game. So this is more of a standard redphosphoru build. When he started doing these builds, so if you're not familiar with redphosphoru by now, he's a player who basically developed a very specific, very targeted, very quick build when you have a civilization whose unique unit costs wood and gold. In this case, the Burmese unit is the Arambai, 75 wood, 60 gold. Oh, DauT, hey, there's a castle here. And he discovers it in the worst possible way by losing a unit to it. So evening up the kill count is that castle. So the way redphosphoru would operate, he rushes his butt up to Castle Age, and then he plops a castle next to his gold and wood. He does not care about food at all, which is why he's got one and only one villager right now on food. Right now, his main concern is pumping out the unique unit, the Arambai. He's already got one. He's going up to a second. Unfortunately for him, this is an expensive unit, and DauT is responding with cavalry archers. Okay. I mean, to be fair, DauT could have done the same strategy as redphosphoru. The Chukanu is also a wood gold unit, one that is cheaper, only 40 wood to the 75, 35 gold to the 60 of the Arambai. So if he had wanted to, he could have seen a Chukanu versus Arambai battle. Instead, he is going cavalry archers, and he's going to try to shoo this unit away. Its range is not bad, 5 to 4 plus 2. So it's not a terrible unit, but he needs the clump. with a Rambai, because their accuracy right now, I believe, is 20%. Yeah, look at that terrible accuracy. You need to get a bunch of them out so that they can basically devastate. We've seen a Rambai take down 3-4 units at a time. We've got an archer with 3 whole HP, survivor of the castle, down there causing a bit of a ruckus. All right, well, it's a Rambai versus Cav archers with ballistics. DauT has the range speed-wise. Let's take a look. 1.3 to 1.4. So neither player really going for that husbandry upgrade just yet. Now Cav archers are to the back. Okay, well, there we go. First villager kill of the game does go to DauT. And redphosphoru now has, by the way, 0 villagers on food. So his economy, 29 villagers. Used to be 30 a second ago. That is about as good as it gets. Caught out in the middle of nowhere is a straggler. A Rambai. Another Rambai gets caught out. But DauT's scout, sounds like Scott's dots, does insert himself into that. I don't know if it's the Rambai or the castle that got it. No, the castle's got 2 kills now. That archer to the south continuing to attack. What is he attacking here? A mining camp, but the castle's up. redphosphoru doesn't really need the stone. Right now, it's all about the wood and the gold, especially since he's adding scorpions, okay? Not exactly Slavic, not exactly Roman. He is paying full price for these units. The Arambai and the scorpions, and this is what happens. You clump, and then your opponent gets really scared, because when you've got 5 Arambai, even with their really bad accuracy, they can do a pretty good job at absolutely wrecking balls of units, especially when they're clumped like this. Because remember, every time the dart lands, it does 100% damage, not 50%, like the Cav archer's arrow. Scorpions to the north being defended, repaired by a villager who sacrifices her life. A Rambai to the south. So DauT's response to redphosphoru is, hey, I'm going to discover when you're moving out, and then I'm going to be the one putting pressure on you. The only issue is I don't see any more blue dots coming across the mini-map, and now there's scorpions out. FYI, no ballistics on them, so DauT is on the high ground. Does he really need ballistics with 7 pierce armor against an 8 attack? DauT takes a terrible engagement, loses another one on the way out. Oh, goodness. He is going up to 70. Where are these Cav archers? Okay, well, they're just hanging out here. Reinforcements. Mining can't be damned. I'm going after your ability to trade goods in the market, says DauT with that one. Basically, caveman archer unit at this point. So he's going to chase the scorpion right as another group goes straight into the scorpion fire. This is where you need ballistics as our Burmese. Okay, does lose another scorpion. I'm, by the way, very interested to know why DauT is going cavalry archer and not more of a melee cavalry play to try to dive bomb into these scorpions. I mean, is he's gonna have bloodlines in a few seconds. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten bloodlines yet, opting, I guess, for husbandry for speed of movement. But oh my god, look at the HP on these units. Oh, my butt cheeks are so clenched every time he takes a fight. You could literally turn a lump of coal into a diamond right now. Oh no. Well, he doesn't pay attention. When you don't pay attention in this game at these Elo levels, you lose a lot of units. Monk bit the dust. Looks like returning home with a relic, or maybe not. And here we go. Here comes the clumping surprise of the Arambai. You don't need good accuracy if you are literally in the face of your enemy. And just like that, 6 villagers. Just like that, 6 villagers, 10 total kills. DauT for his part, 2 weaker scouts, light cav went to the back of the base. The reinforcements we saw coming in. I mean, can you even call these reinforcements? One guy looks like he has 1 HP. 3 of them look like they've got 1 HP. Oh my goodness, DauT. He needs another monk. He's got 2. He's got to heal these units. Marketplace continues to be under attack. These 2 are scouting. I mean, like I said, DauT really, my intro stands. These are 2 just shenanigans players. These are players who you can tell they love the game. They have good game sense. They know what's what. And again, trying to fight scorpions with cavalry archers is really... it's really something you do expect out of DauT. Or maybe something out of Hera if he has one of his like Twitch marathons where people dare him to do certain things. Why do I say that? Because this unit has an 8 pierce attack against that 7 armor that we saw of the Scorpion. So they literally do 1 damage to the Scorpion. No bonus at all. By the way, no bonus against the Rambai either, which is interesting. Now, going any kind of archer against the Burmese is a, how do we say, ballsy play. Because remember, the Burmese do have the mana per cavalry upgrade, which is something we almost rarely see. It's very weird why we don't see it. It basically gives all of their cavalry units a +4 attack bonus against archers. And the Burmese, they do get light cav hussars. They get really good cavalry, aside from paladins. Oh no, here we go. The lump of coal is slowly being turned into a piece of diamond. I can't take it. Why is he engaging? He's hoping his monk, but not exactly a Byzantine monk, healing twice as fast. Okay, he surrounds them. He will kill them, but at what cost? Double whammy as they both go down. The healing sound continues. The market falling slowly, ever so gently. I should do some Age of Empires ASMR of an archer just attacking a market. Okay, now you're attacking into mangonels as well. Mangonels that have 6 pierce armor. DauT, so stubborn. Loses another. And by the way, he's fighting on the low ground. Now, luckily for him, redphosphoru is dumping every dollar, every cent, every 2x4 he's got into units and not ballistics, which, as you can tell, is a wood gold upgrade, which is exactly what he has. He has lost another villager, which means he is down to 28, but that's okay. He's killed a bunch of DauT's villagers, and DauT's at 23. DauT also has 0 villagers on food, so DauT is fighting fire with fire. Says, hey, you want to go wood gold? Let me show you something about wood gold. You got a player that's been around literally since the Ice Age, DauT, versus a more relatively new player, redphosphoru. So let's see if the Jedi Master and the Padawan here, who has the high ground, Anakin, and who will, oh god, another monk dies, who will prevail. And this is what I'm saying, you can tell the players are having fun, and when they have fun, it's just so much fun to watch. DauT's army is the exact same size. His villager population is being winnowed down little by little. It's so painful. I think I have like 5 lumps of coal being squeezed into diamonds. This is just so painful. Not only is it painful to watch the cav archers die like this, it's just painful to watch how slow these scorpions die, how long it takes for these cav archers to little by little, arrow by arrow, take 1 HP. Look at the 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. It just takes so long for this unit to die against cav archers, and DauT is just going full on cav archers. He's got even more training in the queue, no villagers to speak of. Market still under attack. We're down to 18-18 for those of you who believe in synchronicity. Remember to always text your dates at 11-11 or 12-12, just because then, oh, look at that HP. Look at that HP. Both players suffering. redphosphoru, for his part, to be fair, hasn't trained a single monk, I don't think. I don't even see a monastery, so those cheaper monk techs, the position of the relics on the map, irrelevant. It is our Chinese in blue who is collecting the relics. And let's see DauT's reaction time here as more and more villagers are going to bite the dust. Oh, there you go. 3 kills at once, 2 kills at once. This is what happens when you clump your Rambai, and this is what we all want to see. What an amazing unit. You'd think that because it has such bad accuracy, oh no. Now, to be fair, this is a fight the Rambai can and probably should take if their HP was just a little bit better. Because look at how clumped DauT's army is for now, though. They are being chased. Will one more die? Yeah, one more dies. Oh, goodness. No husbandry. Okay, so at least DauT got the food that he needed for husbandry. redphosphoru, for his part, still no husbandry at all. Why? Because he still has no villagers on food. Down goes the lion, and out comes even more scorpions. I mean, 8 scorpions, 320 HP. Basically means that for 24 cavalry archers, what is that? 15 volleys each just to kill that army? It's so ridiculous. But it's so much fun to watch. It's so stressful and so much fun. I'm sure there's some like fancy German word for this, where, you know, you watch a game of Age of Empires and it's just so stressful. You don't know who's gonna win, especially when one just shoves in. Okay, he's abusing the minimum range. Okay, these aren't Roman scorpions. There must be a German word for something that is so stressful but still gives you so much pleasure. Those Germans and their ability to summarize 17 different emotions into one word. Okay, well, there you go. DauT. Took about an hour, but he finally got those scorpions, only to have to deal with a fresh batch of scorpions. The same Arambi, no monks. Oh, they're so clumped. They're so clumped. You cannot clump against a Rambai. That is a recipe for disaster. Down goes a reinforcing cavalry archer. I mean, how do you begin to cast a game like this, where the players are literally mimicking each other in their wood gold build? Now DauT has no villagers on gold. Phosphorus has 13. Both players still in the 20s. DauT fewer villagers. But to be fair, his units are not as expensive and he's not pumping out scorpions. He is just going bare minimum, bare bones, pure shoestring budget cavalry archers and monks to heal them. Without these monks, by the way, DauT would have probably been dead like 15 minutes ago. Who's kidding who? And they come again. This is where I really do question why redphosphoru doesn't get upgrades. Husbandry for your Arambi would be incredible. And more importantly, ballistics, which you should technically be able to afford, being a wood gold upgrade for your scorpions. I mean, with ballistics, you could basically say bye-bye to all these cav archers. Oh, he gets another villager. DauT's down to 20. Oh, no, wait a second. DauT has been training villagers. Oh, he's got, yeah, he's added some farms. He's got a villager on food. So DauT says enough's enough. It's more important for me to win than to win on your terms. That being said, redphosphoru punishes, and down goes 240 wood down the toilet. As 4 farms bite the dust, DauT can't really do anything about this. Tries to pick off, does pick off a couple of Arambi though. redphosphoru has stopped training Arambi, has gone full on siege. DauT is going around the map looking for relics. He does not see where they are. Let's check out our favorite marketplace, 1592. So we're down about 220 HP since we last saw it. What will happen? Will the game end first, or will that market fall to that one Neanderthal archer unit? Oh, oh my god. Oh, come on. Oh, this is so tense. This is so tense, but so enjoyable. On the other side of the map, it looks like a villager got, pardon me, DauT up to 5 villager kills. Backs away. Oh, he's going after the cav archers there. Where are you two dummies going? Tweedledee and Tweedle dumbass. No. 3 more villagers. DauT is down to the teens. redphosphoru is still at 24. Both players trying to make it happen with their units here. These games are so bonkers. Oh, if only our Chinese had a mangonel. There it is. If only he had a mangonel, it would be GG. 3 more, 7 kills for that mangonel. 8, 9, all of the scorpions down. What an absolute epic time to pump out a mangonel. And all of a sudden, our Burmese has to do some recalculations here, because if a mangonel is out, we'll see what kind of response comes from him. For now, oh my goodness, 16 scorpions. 15 of them in the forward position are moving out. He is teefing the extra gold of his opponent. Or is this a neutral patch? Now, pardon me, that might be a neutral patch. I think this is the extra gold. Yeah, that's right. DauT had 2 rear and 1 forward. And redphosphoru finally adding a monk of his own. The Burmese, come on, it's only 238 gold to get redemption. Now, usually when a game goes this long with redphosphoru, it's because he's lost the town center and he's rebuilt his infrastructure in 20 different locations on the map. He finally, by the way, has ballistics. So the players are, they're both stubborn here. Nobody wants to give up. The only casualty of this engagement was a camel and 4 Arambi. Oh, that's 4 Arambi for nothing. But now you've got scorpions. Let's see how well they do here. I can't imagine DauT takes a good fight here. Yeah, loses. To be fair, 1-to-1 is not that terrible. What did I see under attack here? Probably Mother Nature. Or maybe this one Scorpion. Mark it down to 1459. Okay, we're 2/3 HP left on that. 1/3 down. And there we go. Some upgrades for the monks. Adds a little bit of juice to their steroid cocktail. They've got 45 HP now. He's got to be so careful. redphosphoru needs to stay on the high ground and stay on there forever. There we go. There's that redemption, and with it, he kills a bunch of cavalry archers. DauT's army just got sliced and diced here in exchange for a monk. Oh, another camel dies. In exchange for a monk and I believe just 1 scorpion. He lost so many units. And no more mangonels for him. To be fair, no more mangonels for anybody. 20 scorpions. redphosphoru needs to stay on this plateau. He needs to stay on this hill. It's the only high ground aside from this one for a while until you reach DauT's base. And all of the monks die. Oh, what an absolute war of attrition between these two players as they're just circling each other. There's like 2 big predators, like a great white shark and an orca, just circling one another. A crocodile and a jaguar in a swamp or something, just circling one another, hoping that one will make a mistake that allows the other to close in on the jugular. Army counts identical, villager counts basically identical in that they both have nothing. DauT's gonna see, redphosphoru's gonna see. Oh. Now, to be fair, the mangonel is more expensive, so losing 3-to-1 is bad. It's not like terrible game ending bad, but anything, I mean, 2-to-1 is pretty bad, but 3-to-1 is bad. Anything beyond that I think is pretty terrible, but high ground should help out here. Repair, okay, might want to repair some of these. DauT's cavalry have completed their tour of the world and are returning a pair of, pardon me, oh, there's a third one here. A triplet, a trio of scorpions protecting this golden patch. No, he gave up. He gave up at 1452. Another pair of Arambi, not long for this world as DauT catches them, kills them. Where are these villagers? Let's take a look at the funniest part of this game, which is the pathetically low villager numbers. All right, you don't have to be supremacyvilles, I guess. So there's a bunch of gold and stone to the back here. DauT moves to cut the Arambi off the Arambi, which again does not have bloodlines, and so is pretty damn slow. We saw, so one player, DauT, has his villagers in the back. One player, redphosphoru, has his villagers in the forward position. Ballistics, it looks like they got another Arambi here. The ballistics upgrade really coming in handy here, picking off this HP. More monks moving forward. FYI, they're both still in Castle Age. Oh, that was, you were saved by high ground there. Who's kidding who? DauT going after the monks. This is such a low eco, high stakes game. Again, if your butt cheeks aren't clenched right now, do you even Age of Empires? Get into the minimum range, snipe it as best you can. Look at how long it takes for these units to kill just one scorpion. Oh my goodness. Oh, 3 more. This is just terrible. redphosphoru's down to 12. Possibly fewer. No, he's not going to be able to get these. Oh, he's going to chase with the mangonel. 0.6 movement speed to 0.65 movement speed. Looks like Phosphorus is setting up shop in front of DauT's base. I love the high ground here from our Chinese in blue. All right, gets it. Kill the lion, kill the lion. Now he's thiefing part of the original gold of his opponent. And scorpions, unless I'm mistaken, do they come with a small, yeah, +2 attack bonus against buildings? This lion is still charging into these cav archers, not really knowing what's awaiting his fate or what fate awaits him. No villagers on food for either player. No villagers on stone for either player. 21 villagers to 22. Phosphoru moves in, loses monks, but now he's triple killing these cav archers. Wow, these are not free gets. And that's a lot of cav archers for one scorpion and one monk. But in comes the mangonel, the game-changing unit. And down go 2 more scorpions in exchange. Now that, again, 2 scorpions for 1 mangonel is not bad. And DauT just shoves in. He's got more units and and takes the W after 52. This game was 52 minutes. I thought we were like in minute 30 something, which just tells you how engrossed and focused I was in this game as this bolt gets fired from the ballista and another one gets reloaded. Holy moly, this game lasted 52 minutes. All right. 97 cav archers to 68 scorpions, monks to monks. Mangonel Arambai. I mean, we're just this is such a bonkers game. 32 minutes in PKPM, 34 minutes in PKPM. This is one of those games where if you didn't pay close attention to your army clumps, your army groups, which to be fair, it was never Death Ball versus Death Ball, which would have been pretty awesome. Who wouldn't want to see a battlefield with 97 cavalry archers taking on 68 scorpions? Now, it kind of sucks for DauT that he's not the Persians, and he could have got Parthian tactics and Castellation to add a little bit more pierce armor to his units. But who wouldn't have loved to see this massive brawl? I think they usually just had clumps of around 10 units each, 10 Arambai, 10 scorpions, plus minus here and there. We're not really too specific on this channel, but it was one of those games where if you just didn't pay attention for 1 second, your cav archers would run into 10 scorpions, or your 10 scorpions would run into 2 mangonels, and all of a sudden you'd lose a third of your army, and basically have GG'd a long time ago. I can't believe this game lasted 51 minutes. 52 minutes. How many conversions do we think? Let's see the economies. so meager, so shoestring budget. This is like somebody who's taken a vow of poverty and a vow of what's the word I'm looking for? Like they're fasting. Barely any wood, barely any food. My goodness. But DauT with the 200 extra food does manage to shove in husbandry, which I think really would have helped. Redphosphoru. They both, by the way, mined the same amount of gold. DauT just had 3 relics, but Redphosphoru looks like he did mine a little bit more gold, and of course the stone for the castle. Now, Chukanus would have been real fun because they're not bad against scorpions. Any kind of high pierce armor unit having extra arrows fire is not bad at all, and it's not like those cav archers were doing that great of a job dodging bolts from the scorpions anyway. So what do we think of conversions? 5 total? I'm going to say 5 to 10 total. Oh my God. This is so embarrassing. This is not the first time I've gotten the conversion count wrong. 1 conversion. I guess it was just that 1 mangonel. Okay. Well, for some reason, I thought there was a converted Arambai or 2. Army high identical, 1 conversion. Maybe I'll just edit out the part where I said 5 to 10 and look like a complete idiot. 6 raisings by our Burmese. And at the end of the day, look at the kill count. 110 to 107, 16 vill kills to 8. But what a game of 2 stubborn donkeys. Just braying at each other across the field and then finally butting heads. No one altering the game plan at all. Everything here is just gold or golden wood. Aside from, of course, the flesh and blood units that we have here mining those resources. Both players, 21, 22 villagers. And again, I can't believe that was 52 minutes. But what a fun game at the end, though, with a massive loss of his scorpions here in the forward position. Phosphoru, who's basically brought his entire civilization forward. I mean, he's got gold here. He's got plenty of wood in the back. He just felt like bringing his entire family straight to the front lines. Hey, we're just going to barbecue on the Chinese lawn. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it, except that DauT does do a damn thing about it. Shows up with a whole bunch of cav archers. And again, losing so many against the scorpions. Ultimately, though, I believe it's probably this unit that turned Redphosphoru's smile into a frown. Turned his frown, not frown upside down, but his smile upside down. And with that, he GG's, taps out. DauT takes the W, but what a fun game. GG to both players.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.